Somewhere right now, someone is setting an alarm for 5 a.m. because they believe waking up earlier will finally make them rich. And somewhere else, someone just made more money in their sleep last night than that person will make all week. Same 24 hours, same planet, completely different outcome. Why? Because one of them is working for money, and the other one has stopped playing the game the way everyone taught them to play it and started playing it the way it was actually designed. Here is something nobody says out loud. Hard work was never the missing piece. Millions of people work hard every single day and stay exactly where they started. If effort alone created wealth, every farmer would be a billionaire and every CEO would be broke. So effort is not the variable. Understanding is the variable. Money is not paper. Money is not a salary. Money is not a number that appears in an app once a month. Money is a language. And like any language, if you don't speak it, the world simply moves past you while you nod politely and pretend you understood. By the end of this, you are not going to feel motivated for 20 minutes and forget everything by tomorrow. You are going to understand exactly how the game is built. The rules almost nobody teaches you. The traps almost everyone falls into. And the shift that quietly separates the people who escape from the people who repeat the same year 15 times and call it a life. And while you listen, you are also training your English, the rhythm, the vocabulary, the way ideas are built sentence by sentence. So if that's valuable to you, stay until the end and subscribe so this becomes a habit, not a one-time video. Let's begin where almost everyone begins wrong. The question everyone gets backwards. Ask 100 people how to get more money, and 98 of them will answer the same way. Work more hours, ask for a raise, find a side hustle, cut the coffee. All surface level, all symptoms. None of them touch the actual mechanism. Here is the mechanism. Money is what other people hand you in exchange for a problem you removed from their life. That's it. That's the entire transaction underneath every single dollar that has ever changed hands in human history. You are not paid for your time. You are paid for your usefulness. Time is just the container people use to measure it because it's easy to count hours. It is much harder to count value. This is why two people can work the exact same 40 hours a week and end the year in completely different financial universes. It was never about the hours. It was about what those hours were converted into. So the question was never, how do I make more money? The real question, the one that actually moves the needle, is what am I becoming so valuable at that money has no choice but to follow me?
Flip that question in your head right now, and you'll notice something uncomfortable. Most of your financial stress isn't a money problem. It's a value problem wearing a money costume. The 5 laws nobody hands you a manual for. Games have rule books. Sports have referees. Money has neither, which is exactly why so many intelligent, hardworking people lose at it for decades without realizing they were even playing.
Law 1. Value always outruns need. Needing money has never once produced money. Creating value has produced every fortune in existence. The moment you stop asking the world to give you money and start asking what you can hand the world, the entire relationship flips. Law 2. Effort without leverage has a ceiling, and that ceiling is brutal. You have one body, one set of hands,
24 hours. If your income is chained directly to your personal labor, your income is chained to your limits. Leverage, a skill that scales, a system that runs without you, an asset that works while you sleep, is the only thing that breaks the ceiling. This is the entire difference between a person who is paid once for 1 hour and a person who builds one thing one time and gets paid for it for years. Law 3, time is the one advantage money can't buy back. A 25-year-old with $50 a month and a 35-year-old with $500 a month can end up in the same place, because compounding doesn't care how much you start with, it cares how long you let it run. Every year you delay isn't a neutral year. It's a year that quietly gets erased from your future total. Law 4, unmanaged money doesn't sit still. It leaks. Money you don't direct on purpose gets directed by accident, by advertising, by boredom, by the need to look a certain way in front of people who, statistically, are not thinking about you nearly as much as you assume.
Law 5. The game rewards boring people. Not boring lives, boring decisions. Consistent, repeated, unglamorous decisions made for years while everyone around you is chasing something that looks faster. Nobody makes a highlight reel out of, "I automated the same investment for 6 years." But that's the highlight reel that actually pays off. The income that sleeps and the income that doesn't. There are two kinds of income, and confusing them is one of the quietest ways people stay stuck. Active income is a direct trade, your hours for a payment. The second you stop, it stops. It's not bad. Almost everyone starts here, and there's no shame in that. But it has a hard ceiling because it's mathematically tied to a body that needs sleep, rest, and eventually retires. Passive income is different. You build it once, a skill packaged into a product, an investment, a system, a piece of content, a process that runs without your hourly presence, and it keeps paying you on days you never showed up to work. Here's the part almost nobody says clearly. You don't choose one over the other. You use the first to build the second. Active income is the ladder. Passive income is the roof. People who stay broke aren't lazy. They simply never used the ladder to build anything. They just kept climbing it forever without ever reaching a roof. Ask yourself honestly, is today's effort disappearing the moment it's finished? Or is it stacking into something that will still be paying you next year? Why smart, hardworking people still end up broke. This one stings, so let's be precise about it. It's rarely a lack of intelligence. It's rarely even a lack of effort. It's almost always one of 5 quiet leaks. Nobody was taught the actual mechanics of money. School will teach you the date of a war 1,000 years ago before it teaches you what compounding does to your savings account. Spending gets driven by emotion instead of decision. Stress buys, boredom buys, celebration buys, and none of those purchases were ever really about the item. Risk gets avoided completely, which feels safe, but a life with zero financial risk is a life with a guaranteed slow leak, because inflation never takes a day off. Money gets spent to perform wealth instead of build it, and performing wealth is, ironically, one of the most reliable ways to guarantee you never actually have any. And finally, everything gets optimized for today, with tomorrow treated as somebody else's problem to solve later. None of these are personality flaws. They're patterns. And patterns, unlike personality, can be rebuilt on purpose.
the compounding secret hidden in boring habits. Saving protects you. Investing grows you. Confusing the two is why so many disciplined savers still never become wealthy. A mountain of cash sitting still is safe, but safety was never the same thing as growth. The moment money is invested instead of stored, it stops being a static number and starts being a living thing. Small, consistent amounts, given enough years, don't grow. They explode quietly in a way that looks unimpressive for a long time and then suddenly doesn't. Here is the value most people miss completely. The first few years of investing will feel like almost nothing is happening. That feeling is not failure. That is the exact texture of compounding before it becomes visible. The people who quit in that boring middle section are the same people who, 5 years later, watch someone else's boring decision turn into a number that changes their life. What you own versus what owns you. One idea, correctly understood, can rewrite your entire financial future.
An asset puts money into your hand without asking for your time in return. A liability takes money out of your hand and asks for more later. Most people believe they are building wealth because their life looks impressive, and meanwhile, almost everything they bought was quietly pulling money out of their future to pay for a feeling in the present. Here's the sentence to actually remember. It was never about how much you earn. It was always about what you did with it the moment it landed in your hand. Two people can earn identically and end up decades apart because one kept converting income into assets and the other kept converting income into appearances. The beliefs running quietly in the background. You don't manage money with logic nearly as much as you think you do. You manage it with beliefs you installed before you were old enough to question them. Rich people got lucky. Money is hard to get. People like me don't end up wealthy. These aren't facts. They're inherited sentences, absorbed from the room you grew up in. And they've been steering your decisions on autopilot ever since. The people who eventually win this game aren't smarter. They simply installed different sentences. Value can be built. Skills compound. I get to decide what happens next. Different software, same brain, completely different results. Turning yourself into the asset. If you want your income to actually move, stop trying to squeeze more hours out of the same day, because that game has a ceiling built into its foundation. Instead, increase what you're worth per hour, not how many hours you give. Get specific and genuinely excellent at something the market already pays a premium for. Communication, technical skill, problem solving under pressure, the ability to build something others can't. Then aim that skill at bigger problems, because the size of the problem you solve sets the ceiling on what you're paid to solve it. And build more than one stream feeding from that skill, because one income source is one single point of failure. Single points of failure eventually fail. The discipline of not yet? Underneath almost every financial breakthrough is one unglamorous skill. The ability to look at something you want right now and say, not yet. This isn't about deprivation. It's about direction. Every not yet is a small vote for the version of you that exists in 5 years, instead of the version that only exists for the next 5 minutes. The world is built to make not yet feel impossible. Every notification, every ad, every algorithm is engineered to convert your patience into a purchase, which means simply having patience
in this exact era, has quietly become one of the rarest and most valuable financial skills a person can own. Building the system so willpower isn't required. Motivation fades. Systems don't ask you how you feel today. A real money system decides in advance where every dollar goes the second it arrives, before emotion, before impulse, before the version of you that wants comfort more than growth gets a vote. Without a system, money reacts to your mood. With a system, money follows your plan on the days you feel disciplined and on the days you absolutely do not. That's the entire difference between the two people at the very start of this video. Not luck, not talent, not a better starting point. Just one person who kept reacting to money and one person who finally decided to build a system it had to follow. Start small. Build the system. Protect it on the boring days. Because in the end, it was never really about how much money passed through your hands. It was about what you finally understood while it did. Now, here's the honest part. Understanding this is only step one. Most people watch a video like this, feel something for 10 minutes, and go right back to the exact same habits by tomorrow morning. Don't be like most people. Pick one law from this video, just one, and apply it this week. Not someday, this week. And if this actually shifted something in how you think, don't let it disappear into the algorithm and get forgotten. Subscribe, because I break down money, mindset, and English like this every single week. And the next one might be the video that changes how you see the next 10 years of your life. Hit like if you're serious about playing this game to win. Drop a comment telling me which law hit you the hardest, and I'll see you in the next one.